What if I told you that one of the most powerful health tools in the world is completely free? It's not a supplement, not a workout, not even a diet. It's sunlight. And yet, millions of people spend most of their lives indoors under artificial light, disconnected from the very thing our bodies evolved to depend on. In our modern world, we often seek complex solutions for our health, from expensive supplements to intricate biohacking devices. We look everywhere for an edge, a way to feel better, sleep deeper, and live longer. Yet, one of the most powerful health tools available to every single one of us is completely free, universally accessible, and has been shaping our biology for millions of years. I am talking about sunlight. It is not just a source of light and warmth, it is a fundamental biological signal that communicates directly with our cells, our brains, and our genes. Sunlight is a free health tool, and understanding how to use it correctly is one of the most effective things you can do for your well-being. The goal of this video is to demystify the profound relationship between sunlight and human health. We will break down the essential science into clear, understandable mechanisms that you can immediately grasp. Forget the dense jargon and confusing pathways. We will focus on the core biological facts. When photons of light from the sun strike your skin and your eyes, they initiate a cascade of crucial physiological events. These events regulate your mood, fortify your immune system, strengthen your bones, and even set the master clock that governs your sleep-wake cycle. By the end of this video, you'll understand why getting sunlight every day isn't just nice, it's biologically essential. We will cover the specific benefits, the potential risks, and the optimal dose of sunlight for most people. The aim is to empower you to make informed decisions and to experience the tangible changes that come from simply stepping outside and into the light. When ultraviolet B rays hit your skin, they trigger a chemical reaction that produces vitamin D, a hormone that regulates hundreds of biological processes. Cholesterol in your skin cells absorbs this UVB energy and is converted into a precursor of vitamin D. This molecule then travels through your bloodstream to your liver and kidneys, where it is transformed into its active form, calcitriol. This substance is so powerful and acts on so many different systems that it functions more like a steroid hormone than a simple vitamin. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption, bone density, muscle strength, and immune system function. Vitamin D influences over 1,000 genes in the human body, affecting everything from inflammation to hormone production. Without enough sunlight, vitamin D levels drop, leading to weakened bones, fatigue, higher risk of infections, and long-term diseases. Health authorities in Canada note that many people struggle to get enough vitamin D from sunlight alone during winter months. This can lead to rickets in children, osteomalacia in adults, and osteoporosis, increasing fracture risk and chronic pain. Very few foods naturally contain vitamin D in significant amounts. Diet alone is hard. This makes sunlight the primary, most natural, and most effective source for most people throughout human history. Just 10 to 20 minutes of midday sun on face, arms, or legs can produce thousands of IU of vitamin D for many people. This simple act supports your skeleton, your muscles, and the balance of your immune system. It's a foundational requirement for our physical structure and resilience. Sunlight has a direct effect on your brain chemistry. Exposure to natural light increases the release of serotonin, the neurotransmitter for mood stability, happiness, and emotional regulation. More sunlight equals more serotonin equals better mental health. Lack of sunlight during winter leads to seasonal affective disorder, a depression linked to reduced daylight exposure. People exposed to higher levels of sunlight are less likely to develop depression, and patients in sunlit rooms often recover faster. Light therapy, mimicking outdoor light, is a primary treatment for SAD. You do not need direct, intense sun. Even overcast outdoor light is many times brighter than indoor lighting and can boost serotonin. Try a morning walk, eating lunch outside, or positioning your desk near a window. These simple steps can boost your mood, increase your focus, and foster a more positive outlook. Your body runs on a 24-hour internal clock called the circadian rhythm. Morning sunlight resets this clock by signaling the suprachiasmatic nucleus. It's daytime. Stay alert. It initiates a healthy rise in cortisol and starts a timer for melatonin release 12 to 14 hours later. Exposure to bright natural light early helps you fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up more refreshed. Make it a habit. Get outside for at least 10-15 minutes within an hour of waking. Face the sun's direction. No need to stare. Skip sunglasses unless uncomfortable. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is far stronger than indoor light. This one action boosts your energy and focus immediately and paves the way for deeper, more restorative sleep that night. Sunlight doesn't just work through vitamin D. UVA light triggers the release of nitric oxide from your skin into your bloodstream. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels, improving circulation, lowering blood pressure, and reducing strain on the heart. Studies have found that ultraviolet exposure can reduce blood pressure independent of vitamin D production. Lower blood pressure means a lower risk of heart attacks, strokes, and cardiovascular disease. Your immune system relies on vitamin D and circadian alignment, both influenced by sunlight. Vitamin D helps activate immune cells that fight viruses and bacteria, while preventing excessive inflammation. Deficiency is associated with higher infection rates, slower recovery, and increased autoimmune risk. Morning light also anchors circadian rhythms that coordinate when immune cells are produced, move, and act. Lack of morning light or too much light at night can desynchronize this immune dance, weakening defenses and promoting inflammation. A short, regular dose of sunlight helps keep vessels pliable and blood pressure healthier. A simple daily walk in the sun is a potent investment in your immunological health. When combined with vitamin D's anti-inflammatory effects, sunlight offers a multifaceted approach to long-term heart health. Regular moderate exposure can reduce strain on your heart and lower risk of major cardiovascular events. This is not about reckless tanning, it's about sensible, controlled exposure. In northern climates like Canada, sunlight alone may not be sufficient in winter months. Consider discussing supplementation with a healthcare provider. Regular sun exposure is correlated with lower rates of certain cancers, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. These benefits likely come from vitamin D, nitric oxide, hormone regulation, and improved metabolic function. Multiple sclerosis is less prevalent nearer the equator, where sun exposure is higher. Sunlight may help train immune tolerance. These are correlations, not cures, but the patterns are consistent and compelling. Spending time outdoors is especially important for children. Bright natural light stimulates dopamine in the eye, helping regulate growth and reduce myopia risk. Experts recommend children spend at least 1 to 2 hours outdoors daily. Controlled UV exposure can improve psoriasis, eczema, and certain skin disorders. Sunlight, in proper doses, is not the enemy, it's a tool. But too much sunlight can be dangerous. About 65% of melanoma cases are linked to UV exposure. Balance is critical. Avoid intense, intermittent exposures that cause sunburn. Aim for a short, controlled dose to trigger benefits, then protect your skin. Shade, avoid peak sun hours, and wear protective clothing if necessary. Avoid sunscreen. Most brands are packed with dangerous chemicals that can be absorbed into your bloodstream and cause multiple health issues. Understand your risk. Fair skin, light-colored eyes, history of sunburns, and family history of skin cancer increase vulnerability. Melanin offers some UV protection. Darker skin tones lower risk, but often need longer exposure to make the same vitamin D. Don't fear the sun, respect its power and interact with it intelligently. For many people, 10-20 minutes of direct sunlight per day on face, arms, or legs is enough to gain benefits without increasing risk. People with darker skin may require longer exposure because melanin reduces UV penetration. In northern climates like Canada, sunlight alone may not be sufficient during winter months. Tomorrow morning, within an hour of waking, go outside for 15 minutes. Expose your face, your arms, and your legs. Do not wear sunglasses unless it's uncomfortable. Face the sun's general direction. Don't stare. Be present. Feel the light and warmth. Take a few deep breaths. Then pay attention. Notice your mood and focus in the hours that follow. Repeat every morning for 1 week. Consistency compounds circadian effects. At week's end, reflect. Easier to wake up? Energy more stable? Falling asleep more easily? Sunlight is not just warmth or light. It's a biological signal that regulates nearly every system in your body. It affects your brain, your hormones, your immune system, your heart, your bones, and even your sleep. Too little sun leaves us deficient and desynchronized. Too much sun damages cells and raises cancer risk. The key is a judicious, balanced dose. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe to The Human Blueprint for more science-backed health content. Tomorrow, try the 15-minute morning light experiment and notice how your energy, focus, and mood change. Use sunlight safely, wisely, and daily. Your body might thank you more than you expect.